Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. Satan never gives up. He never gives up. You defeat him in one area, he will switch tactics and attack you from another area. His goal is to rob, kill, and destroy. We know that nothing good comes from Satan's strategies, his tactics. And so when we start out, his tactics are very basic. Tempt us with maybe some type of addictive lifestyle. Tempt us with some type of sin that's very obvious, like adultery, getting involved in pornography, getting involved with an addiction like alcohol or drugs. And God frees us from those things, or anger that gets out of control, or jealousy, those types of base types of sins, if you will. He tempts us with those things. And then we come to Jesus. He starts cleaning us. He starts delivering us from all of these things. And then we think somehow, or we hope somehow, that now Satan has no part in us. But, unless you're Jesus Christ, he still has areas he can work in. And so he switches his tactics. The goal is the same, to destroy you, but he switches his tactics. Now, when we come to Christ and we start changing our life, something happens. Our life gets better. And even secular people have studied this, and it's called redemption and lift. Someone changes their life, turns to Jesus, their life gets better, and they start becoming healthier, because they're no longer doing X, Y, Z. They start becoming wealthier, because they're not wasting their money on weed, they're not wasting their money on gambling, they're not wasting their money living la vida loca. So they actually become more wealthy. They work, they get rest, the boss likes them, so they because they're reliable now. That's a character trait of a Christian, a follower of Jesus, is reliable, faithful, hardworking. So naturally they rise in an organization and they become blessed. They start saving money. They have money, they can buy a house, all kinds of good things that God wants for his children happen. Some of them even become wealthy, very wealthy, and they give and they participate in church, and it's all good. But Satan works a very subtle strategy. And in Ezekiel chapter 28, God is judging the country of Tyre. And this is what he says. And it's a warning to us. I'm not saying they were following Jesus. They were not. But it's a warning of a dynamic that exists. And it can affect us. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 5. God says, "By your great skill in trading, you have increased your wealth." So in other words, they had great skill. They were merchants. They had many ships, and they would trade back and forth different products in the ancient world. And they became wealthy because they were skilled at it, which is good. They didn't realize it, but that skill came from God, and they became wealthy. So far, so good. And then it says in Ezekiel 28, "And because of your wealth, your heart has grown proud." Did you catch that? Because of your wealth, your heart has grown proud. That's the danger of wealth. It's the danger of the good life. It's the danger of when all those crazy life sins are behind you. You start to think, wow, I'm pretty good. I'm good. I've got money. It's God's blessing. You start, and your heart even a subtle way, starts to get proud. It grows proud. That means little by little it grows proud. You start to think it's you that did this. Your heart has gone proud. And in that same chapter, God talks about what happened to Satan. And in verse 17 he says, talking about Satan, your heart became proud on account of your beauty. Beauty's a good thing. Beauty comes from God. But Satan's strategy, because it's what happened to him, is to use what's good and a blessing and use it as a temptation to make your heart proud. Maybe you're following God. You become a pastor. You become a preacher. People say, wow, what a great message. What a great preacher you are. And soon you're walking around, I'm pretty good. I had a great message today. And the danger is your heart will grow proud. It's the danger of good things. It causes our hearts to become proud. And my friends, listen, you say, well, that's not going to happen to me. You're in the most dangerous place in the world, because it can happen to everybody. It's happened to me. I've caught myself. I'm getting proud because that was a great encouraging word for today, Pastor Willie. You got so many likes. You got this, that. Oh, please. The danger is my heart gets proud. So, in Psalm 62:10, he says, though your riches increase, do not set your heart on them. Don't set your heart on them. Yeah, thank God that you give me the riches, God. Help me to use them the way you want me to use them. But God, keep my heart humble. Keep my heart humble. Stay humble, my friends, no matter what is the temptation. Maybe you're very handsome, very beautiful, very attractive. Stay humble. That's God that's done that for you. Stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble is the best way to describe it. Everything comes from God. So when your riches increase, stay humble. God can give, God can take away. So keep your heart humble and thwart that temptation of Satan. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow on Facebook Live on Wednesday. God bless.